Stranger Things Season 5. This is what we wanted. After nearly a decade of Stranger Things, I realized something. It's amazing. What's great about the show? Stranger Things does the build-up better than almost any show on TV. The Scoobies are constantly planning it out, preparation, the execution, and the music. When the music kicks in, it's like they inject adrenaline into my bloodstream. It's such good directing. They really understand the action elements. They know how to do action so well. And they understand the fans. They know when to lift up the spirit of the fan. From episode 1, they drop us straight into the action. No warm-up, no time to stretch. And then they don't rush. They slowly let the characters breathe so we can slowly get back into their lives. The new girl they got, who plays Holly Wheeler, great casting. It's a really challenging part and she just smashes it. This batch of episodes 1 to 4 is just a slow masterclass in tension building. They eliminate the parents straight away, perfectly done, just to remove the fluff so we can just get back to just focusing on the Scoobies. The military storyline is brilliant. It's a real world threat. You got Hopper's fear finally making sense why he's protecting 11 so much, because he knows the military is not going to stop until they get 11. Then there's Will Byers. On top tier acting, as expected. You really get to see more of Will, and at no point did I ever think this is not going well. This is not what Will should be doing. This is exactly how I thought Will should be. He's grown, he's matured, and he still has the hint of the old Will. Still quite fragile, has little elements of that fear, but he's a little bit more in control. I feel like the writers gave something to the fans, that the Duffer Brothers listen and they can hear what the fans are saying. And we kind of expected that Robin and Will would connect, obviously, but the moment that he sees Robin, I think we all saw it coming, but it's filmed so well that the audience who followed Will so long, we get to enjoy these little teasers. It's confirming that we're going to get some clarity and closure for Will, who's gone through so much. I love the way he is with Joyce. Without going overboard, doing anything dramatic, you can just see a special mother and son bond that they have, and it's beautiful to watch. One of the pivotal parts, which is actually one of the most emotional parts, is when Robin is giving some good advice to Will about herself as a child, about how life changes you, and how if we could all be just as free as we were when we were in 4th grade, how much more freeing and happy you can be. It delivers on so many levels, and it leads to the ultimate epiphany for Will. Hopper and 11, I feel like they've been given the emotional core of the show now, because we're starting to see just how important Hopper is. 11, of course, drives the show because she's the chosen one. However, you can see that she still needs everyone. And the sad thing being that Hopper would die for her. No hesitation. We can see his love and his strength. And I think that's going to be the best arc for the season, although it seems like it's going to be pretty sad. Like Hopper or 11. A lot of choices are going to be made, and it's going to be between those two, I think. Also, I'm glad the writers didn't weaken 11. She's now older, more controlled. She's a weapon, she's a warrior. They've finally moved on now from her being confused or unsure of herself, and that she's got full power, and now she's harnessing it so much more now. She understands her importance. It actually looks like the writers are really going to make an effort to give closure to all the different questions that the fans have had. I feel like they really need to address how Winona Ryder looks exactly the same as she has from season 1 to now. When all the rest of the cast have got older and they're looking weird. What sucks? The 2-year gap we've had to wait. You cannot build this level of hype and then wait 2 years because the reality will always lose to expectations. You've allowed the audience to build up so much in their head that it's almost impossible to match what they've got. Mike, what can I say? The scene in school with young Holly, who basically teaches him a lesson in acting. Her focus and her eye control is solid, but his, as always, is unsure. It's not convincing enough. He could have leaned in quieter, a bit slower, read Holly's face more to show that he actually cares about what she's thinking, instead of just going off in his own thought, just talking to himself, basically. Maybe that's his style. But I'm going to leave Mike alone. Steve and Nancy. We don't give a fuck about Steve and Nancy. Steve contributes nothing. Hanging on for a girl, he makes wrong decision after wrong decision. He's rude, selfish. He's actually only thinking of himself the entire time. Nancy, why is she acting like she runs the tactical division of the CIA? I don't know when or how she appointed herself as leader of the second group. Surely she must know that they're only tolerating or listening to her opinion because they have feelings for her. Moving on. Max. I actually feel bad for Max. I feel like the writing has let her down slightly. I feel like they don't quite know what to do with Max. She's wedged between these scenes, like they're hoping to keep our interest to see what happens to her. But I feel like I'm not sure what she can contribute where she is. Jonathan, at this stage in the show, I think he's pretty much maxed out what he can do in reality. We know the limitations of Jonathan, okay, his capabilities, and he's working as part of the group, which is fine. If anything, it's realistic, which I'm happy about. You can see he cares greatly about helping everyone. After the 4th episode, now it seems to have ended, so now we've got another break. We saw this with Squid Games. I think this can actually hurt the show. People move on, okay, we have lives, so they shouldn't make us wait too long. What's fucking amazing about season 5, we get to see Will in his element. Will's power comes through right at the end, and when you watch it, it's just like, wow. The ultimate gift for the fans. It doesn't get better than this. That close-up, that moment, that's the payoff we've waited nearly a decade for. If you didn't feel it at that moment, probably shouldn't consider yourself a fan. Stranger Things delivers almost better than anything on TV today because we've grown up with it, and they are giving us a great ending to this amazing show. That final scene, that was a nod to the fans. This is what we wanted.